What's up? What's
What's
up?
up, YouTube family?
All right, YouTube, we are back. We are back, and this time we are going to.
Talk about a word that was in the song
Now-
that offended some people. Now the woman had to go back and take the words out of her song and apologize
Publicly, because it needs to be done publicly.
to the media, because the media can either bring you up or tear you down.
But my thing, I read it the other day, and I was like, no, that can't be true. That's crazy,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Like
that
one,
crazy,
like go ahead,
man.
like you know, like the whole song. Oh no, a word, and I'm like, okay.
Everything hurts
So-
everybody's feelings, man. Everybody hurt by
So,
everything.
and I
man.
guess I read it. I guess it was saying, I guess this is okay. I guess in America, you know, we normally say the word, and I guess we said it.
And
You
why
know,
everything
as-
hurting everybody's feelings though? Somebody said something about I was sweating so hard they put 2 goldfish on my forehead and then swam me. It hurt my feelings. And I just said, man, well, I guess
Just gonna start having towels when he sweat. I mean,
Hey, I was like, okay, I just dropped my
Okay.
head. Hey, thank
Yeah.
you, man. Thank you. It didn't offend me. I guess I'm from the old school, so
I don't
that stuff
know.
don't bother me,
But
man. It's what
still.
it is.
okay, so the council mob forced Lizzo to change her song. Okay, what is a council mob? Maybe I'm almost 40. So all these new words, things, they call the council mob forced Lizzo to change her
So it's a
song.
council mob.
Council mob? Like, is there like a group?
Wow.
Or is it a band? Or is it like a group of social media
yeah.
people?
Tell you, they can either pull you up or tear you down.
Wow. Do they get paid for doing it?
I don't know.
What do they get?
You get something.
You get prizes?
They tell them what
Freestyle?
lyrics to put in there.
Well, they probably didn't tell them what to say instead.
I mean, I would ask them what you want me to replace it
what
with.
you want me to say? Yeah.
Tell me what you, and I write it down, and hopefully if it go with my song, then we go from there.
I think it was more of a. I'm trying to remember what the article was really about. I'm not sure if it was about if it was like something that we say in America that's not said in another country. I mean, I know it could, you want to be respectful of all cultures and things like that. I don't know, but they didn't tell the word to use. I don't think. I mean, when I saw this the other day, I was like, "What?" We may have to react on that because I was kind of surprised that it happened like that. I mean, I don't know when the song came out exactly, but it's like I saw the article one day, and then the next day I see this right here. All right, we're gonna get on into it. This is Matt, the Matt Walsh show, and it's Let's see what happened, and actually hear the lyrics.
Our daily cancellation begins with one of our favorite characters in this segment, Lizzo. Except that for once, the story has almost nothing to do with Lizzo being naked and overweight. As we know, she's built a career around exploring the intersection of fatness and nakedness. But that is not the point today. Rather, Lizzo has attracted controversy because of some of the lyrics in her new hit single, Girls, spelled Grrrls. As we know, Lizzo almost certainly cannot define the word girl, but perhaps she can define the word girl. I don't know. But this is not the word that has caused severe offense, consternation, emotional trauma, and even, we must assume, physical injury to some of Lizzo's fans. That word, well, I'm not going to tell you what that word is. Partly because it's so deeply problematic and shocking that I dare not speak it out loud. And also because I thought it would be a fun game to play a 1-minute clip of the song for you. And I want you to guess which lyric was so offensive that Lizzo had to issue a public apology and re-release the song with this word changed. So, listen closely.
Hold my bag. Hold my bag. Do you see this? I'm a spaz. I'm about to knock somebody out. Yo, with my best friend. She the only one I know to talk me off the deep end. Cause that's my girl, we codependent. If she with it, then I'm with it. Yeah, we tussle, mind your business. So. That's my girl, we CEOs and dancing like a C-ho. We about to throw them bows. Let's get up. Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Yeah, this the type
once again proving herself to be the greatest poet of our time, or any time. Shakespeare may have written a clever line or two, but he never would have thought to write something like, "Yeah, we tussle, mind your business, zoo, 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 Sulu. That's my girl, we CEOs, and dancing like a CEO." Only Lizzo could come up with something so profound
That's
and moving.
only her,
If
man.
Shakespeare had written that, they would have, assumed he was having a stroke or something. But we're dancing around the point here. Indeed, I dare say we are even dancing like CEOs around the point.
CEOs.
The question we still must answer is which word, out of all of the words you just heard, though maybe a bit too generous to call all of those words, which was considered
No, he did
objectionable
not.
enough to necessitate
No, he
changing
didn't.
the song? She says the word multiple times.
Yeah,
She uses
exactly.
no multiple times. She drops F-bombs.
Oh,
She uses the term
yes.
boozy ratchet, whatever the hell that
Ratchet,
means.
yeah.
The whole thing is about her engaging in acts of violence. The song is one big threat to jump some unspecified person and commit felony assault, or
Right.
worse.
Right.
And it's a
Right.
potentially dangerous message,
So,
too, because
so forget
it
the
might
assault.
inspire other out-of-shape women to pick random fights with strangers, thinking that they can knock somebody out when they've never thrown a punch in their lives and probably will just break their wrists if they tried. So, is that the problematic message? Or how about the part where Lizzo says that she's going to cut a man's penis off
I ain't hear
so
that
that he
part.
can never have sex again?
Did you say that?
That's pretty disrespectful.
Yeah,
Is that the
shit
offensive
so
part?
fast, you-
Said-
The entire song from beginning to end is
Wow.
vulgar, stupid, and violent. She could scrap the whole thing and replace all the lyrics with the sounds of feral cats fighting inside a dumpster.
Not
It would be a
feral
vast
cats.
improvement over
No.
what you just heard. So, what is the specific line that caused the problem?
Not the
Well, it turns out that the only offensive word in that song was the word spaz. Now, if you recall at the very beginning, she sings, "Hold my bag, hold my bag. Do you see this? I'm a spaz."
Go crazy.
Again, pure poetry. But that's the problem.
Right,
Right
go
there.
crazy.
I'm a spaz. Quite literally, the least
go crazy.
offensive word in the entire song. One of the only lyrics that we don't have to bleep on this show.
Right, you did
is
not
the
bleep
word
that.
that people are offended by,
Spaz.
of course. As Entertainment Weekly reports, the term spaz is now, as of about 12 seconds ago, considered an ableist slur. In fact, in their report, Entertainment Weekly censors the word, much like they would if it was the N word or the F word, which is still written out in the article. But spaz, or the S word, as it will now be known, is censored.
Not yes.
Many of Lizzo's fans took her to task for ableism in her song, which promotes felony violence and forced castration. But the real problem is the ableism. One of the fans leading the charge was Hannah Divany, a disability advocate with pronouns in her bio, and she tweeted a couple of days ago. She said, "Hey Lizzo, my disability, cerebral palsy, is literally classified as spastic diplegia, where spasticity refers to unending painful tightness in my legs. Your new song makes me pretty angry and sad. Spaz doesn't mean freaked out or crazy. It's an ableist slur. It's 2022. Do better." Finally, last night, almost exactly a year after we had our first development meeting about the film What is a Woman premiered on the Daily Wire. It was
What can y'all let everybody know when y'all change the definitions
Man,
of
first
these
of all, she
words?
said, "I'm a spaz." She didn't.
I'm a spaz.
She said it for herself. She didn't say it to nobody else. So they're saying that spaz is a disability. She said it to herself. She didn't say anybody else's name. So what's the problem?
Well, it's 2022 that lady said. But again,
But what did the guy just say? The lady said that she has a disability.
disability, right?
Which
And I
that's
understand it's
understandable.
disability, yes.
But she was referring to herself. She said,
Herself.
"I'm a spaz."
But the word itself is a slur,
just like the N word.
right?
Okay, let me ask you a question. So you have rappers saying the N word all throughout the song. So are we going to ban that?
But because nobody's offended.
No. There's a lot of people offended. I'm offended.
I mean,
now.
I'm
the first person
I don't
offended
know.
about it now.
I'm asking.
So when is the council mob going to pick up on what I just said? I'm offended by them saying
The
the
N-word.
in
Yes.
the rap song.
I
So
am
I
too.
wanted counsel. So they had to go. She had to go counsel. Pretty much, she
All
put the music out.
N-word
So
songs.
what if
I
she
mean,
put the DVDs out? So how does she get that back?
I don't know. Let's keep going. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, the N word I don't like to hear in
No,
music, but
I understand
just
that
don't know.
people have disabilities.
But why can't we be told?
I understand that. Shan, hold
Can
on
we
a
get a
second.
book or something?
I understand that people have disabilities, but she was referring to herself,
Right.
right? So,
And from what I know, spaz I guess it used to mean like somebody going crazy or something. I mean, did the definition change and nobody told us?
nothing changed.
Okay, what's the definition online say?
Lose physical or emotional control.
And I think one of them said like go crazy or something.
Yeah. And got spaz slang.
I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. All right, let's keep going.
Yes, it's 2022.
Yeah.
You should know better than to use harmless slang while threatening to cut a man's penis off and beat strangers senseless for no reason. Please
Forget
stick
that
to
part.
communicating your violent
Forget that part.
fantasies with vulgarities and profanity. Please stick with that. Hannah is a woman of principle, and that's what she demands. And she got her way pretty quickly. Yesterday, Lizzo reissued the song with the S word replaced, and she made a public apology. She posted a Twitter quote, "It's been brought to my attention that there's a harmful word in my new song, Girls. Let me make one thing clear. I never want to promote derogatory language. As a fat black woman in America, I've had many hurtful words used against me, so I overstand the power words can have." Wait, I overstand. I overstand the power words can have, whether intentionally or, in my case, unintentionally. I'm proud to say that there's a new version of Girls with a lyric changed. This is the result of me listening and taking action. As an influential artist, I'm dedicated to being part of the change I've been wanting and waiting to see in the world. Only Lizzo could manage to call herself influential, say that she's proud of herself, and brag about her wisdom and insight, all in the context of an apology. Truly, the woman has turned virtue signaling into an art form. She hasn't quite figured out how to make her music into an art form, but she's basically the Beethoven of virtue signaling. At any rate, yes, be the change you want to see in the world. And Lizzo apparently wants a world that is confused, overly sensitive, and has its priorities exactly backwards and upside down.
Right.
And there's no doubt that she's certainly helping in her own small way to create precisely that kind of world. Actually, I need to correct myself, because I think we make a mistake when we say that this sort of thing is an example of people being sensitive, okay? And I say that all the time, but it's not exactly true. Because traditionally, a sensitive person is somebody who is empathetic, kind, deeply aware of other people's feelings and needs. They're affected by and will respond to social cues, facial expressions, and so on. A sensitive person is caring and compassionate. It's good to be sensitive. And I say that as someone who is pretty far to the other end of the spectrum, for better or worse. But I'm married to that sort of sensitive person, and I can say for sure that the world would be a better place if there were many more people like her in the world, like my wife. That's why if this was simply a case of people being sensitive about the song, they might listen to it and object to the whole thing, observing that it's vulgar and obscene and contributes to the coarsening of our culture.
The whole part
That
about
would be a sensitive and certainly not at all unreasonable or baseless reaction to the song and to almost everything else pop culture produces. But that's not what's happening here. The people who we often call sensitive are not sensitive at all. Far from sensitive, they're numb and dumb. They're more like robots, filtering everything through their leftist programming and deciding based on those algorithms to pretend to be offended by all of the wrong things.
And not
this is how we
telling
end up in a
everybody.
culture overrun by a bunch of inverted prudes, Puritans who have been turned inside out and flipped upside down. They have an endless appetite for debauchery, vulgarity, stupidity, obscenity, but they recoil in horror and start firing off angry letters because of some random, totally benign word or phrase that happens to step on the intersectional tripwire and set off the PC alarms. They celebrate Christina Aguilera dancing around in front of children with a strap-on dildo, but if she had her hair braided, like in dreadlocks or something, then they would demand a public apology for cultural appropriation and hairstyle colonialism. This is the kind of sensitivity we're talking about. And it's not sensitivity at all, but insanity. I think that's what we should really be saying. And that is why, not just Lizzo, but everybody involved in this story is today canceled. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a
that's crazy. Just like you said you didn't hear the part of
I didn't even hear that.
cutting
part.
your penis off. I think that
I got caught up in the beat.
It's
I'm
like-
sorry.
we choose what we hear.
Yeah. I mean, you're
And
listening.
we have gotten to a point where we have gotten numb to what's crazy. Cutting the man's penis off is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
It
then
sounds
starting
crazy.
what he said.
But then the thing about
so
it,
unprovoked
did we hear
fight?
that?
No.
I was busy.
Me too.
I didn't hear the part about. I should have. Wait. She just said cut somebody's penis off. As a man, I
Right.
should have heard that, but I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it either.
So that just lets me
I
know
just
how
heard-
you can become numb to just hearing the beat, you're bouncing,
just hearing the
you're
beat,
not
you
listening
just-
to the
you're
words.
not- yeah. And I mean, again, like you said, you know, we have family members that have disabilities and stuff like that. So of course, we're not trying to say, oh, you know, something, you know, in that way. It's just, wow. I just read the article like the other day,
It's crazy.
and just like that.
How you get a job with the council mob? I want to be paying good money.
Me too.
I mean, look it up, man, because I can tell them a lot of stuff I done heard.
Other stuff you done heard.
Yeah, boy. Ooh.
I mean, it is 2022.
Yeah, boy. Man.
The dictionary itself.
Like, man, this man here, I got all of it,
It's joking.
everything. I'm telling you, everything. I knew all the rap. I knew everything, man. They said this right here, and we need the council mob out there, over there by the hood today, not tomorrow. Today, bring the news. I want everybody out there, man. And I'm gonna lead this council mob and make sure this is taken care of. I'm tired of them saying this word. There's one word that aggravates me that everybody say. And I'm tired of it over there in the hood. And this gonna be, we gonna take care of this. And the council mob come out there, you know, they probably pay you like, hopefully, pay me like $50 an hour. Yeah. And I make it
He
happen.
taking off today from work. So
I make it happen, man. I'll be all over Jacksonville. What? Council mob. I'm the council mob. I have it all branded on my hat, on my shirt, man. Man, what? I'll be full throttle, man. Hey, look at that dude. He think I'm the council mob. Yeah, that's what I think I am.
As you can
I'm the
see-
council mob.
As you can see,
What?
these new terms of groups
I be like, you see what happened
and
to Lizzo?
things.
She changed her whole song.
She changed the lyric.
Whole song,
It
man.
said lyric.
Because the council mob
It
stepped
said
in.
a lyric. It
You
didn't even
got
have
the
an S
council
at the
mob,
end.
you got the LGBTQ community, you got everything, man. I'm part of the council mob, man. That's me, baby.
All right, YouTube. You good now?
I can picture me at the Oscars. I don't like what they did there, man. The council mob is stepping up. What Will Smith did was wrong. The council
That
mob is
was
stepping
wrong.
up.
And why you had to apologize publicly to everybody? You didn't slap us. You slapped that man. But anyway,
The council mob should have been the first people on the scene.
they should have been first.
This is my first time hearing about them. They're doing a
I-
terrible job. Why did they start with Lizzo? Why did they start with her? She said she's just a fat black woman, right?
Yeah, something like that. Trying to make
She said
the
that. I
world a
didn't say
better
that.
place.
She said trying to make the world a better place. Why did they start
I mean,
with
I'm
her?
a
Why
fat-
out of everybody
I'm a
they had to
fat
start
black
with Lizzo?
woman trying to make the world,
Why
the
did
world
they
a
have to
better
start
place.
with her?
I'm a fat black woman trying to make the world a better place myself.
And she said something about, I guess he mistake a typo, understand or
Overstand and supposed to be under, but yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
typo,
what
man.
it is.
Sometimes I type stuff and then you look back. Wait a minute, that thing just typed what it wanted to type.
Yeah, autocorrect.
Yeah, autocorrect, man.
Autocorrect.
Let's
That's all
Lizzo,
it
man.
is.
Let's get off Lizzo.
Get off Lizzo.
But like I said, man, council mob, I'm looking for a job, man. Bruh, man, on 4th floor. What he said?
All right,
he said
YouTube.
the fifth. He said the 5th floor, but then he put the 4 fingers
Put
up.
4 fingers up.
He said, bruh, man, on the 5th floor. He be like, he said, 5th floor, how you doing, baby? he said, bruh, man,
All right,
on the
YouTube.
5th floor.
That is all we
I want to put up 5 fingers
for
so bad.
today.
Brother, man, on the
This
5th
man right
floor.
here, he needs
Council mob,
he,
holla at your boy. Holla at your boy.
peace.